Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Broken Sword, the Smoking Mirror. Now the reason why I'm back at the menu is because the last recording I made was supposed to be the beginning of several hours of recordings. And I was 50% bored, 50% sleep deprived, best as I can guess, and immediately fell asleep. Afterwards, just totally went to sleep after that point, and I had just barely even woken up. And I'm going to say half of that was boredom because we're in this Irish, well, no, we're in the Mexican city, but it's like Ireland in the first game. It's just talk, talk, talk. Now we know we want to probably get the guy out of jail for some reason. Let's talk to Dwayne now since we've talked to Ubele. Ubier, and see if he knows anything about music or the general.
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
Who's the real power? Interesting.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother. Better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Interesting.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Interesting. So the story changes.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player.
So I guess we need to go back and talk to the general some more.
Hey, Nico!
Back into the police station. They specifically were leaving the hints towards the point that there was stuff in the police station to do. So let's see. We haven't made any progress in probably 30 to 40 minutes. I'm in the police station. What next? I may have to actually ask for help. Let's talk to Ronaldo and then let's talk to the general again.
I'd like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about this.
Interesting. So they're gonna shoot him.
I thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
So long.
So boy, is this getting worse and worse for the piper. Let's talk to the general now. We've got 3 things we can ask about. I guess the map and the drill and the music.
Do you have a map of Quaramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
What about the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
Interesting.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
1% of the working population? That means only 300 people work in this entire, city, country?
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening,
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
I'll be back.
So let's talk to Nicole, and I guess we're gonna get. It says Nico. Man, he's always changing her names. Maybe we could get her to distract the general while we look at the map. Maybe that's the solution.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Oh, really? And then let's give this to him.
He would have no interest.
I'll be back.
Really? Because it seemed like he had a lot of interest. So I seriously do need to move. I need a hint. I need a hint because I have no idea. I have no idea what we're even trying to do or how we would succeed at it. So give me a hint. Look around the police station and talk to General Ronaldo. We've done that. Give me a better hint. Look at the chart on the wall. Okay, we've tried that. Like...
It was the map the general hadn't wanted me to see.
Do I have any item whatsoever that I could use to see the map? No, not really. Give me a better hint. Leave the police station and talk to Ubier. We've done that. Go into the main office and talk to Conchita. Maybe she knows more about Condor. We've already done that. Talk to Dwayne again after Ubier has left. Maybe he knows more about what's going on in Quantamonte. And that's it for hints. Seriously. This is ridiculous. And in no way do these actions interlock or even imply that they interlock a little bit. Is this the remaster showing its head where there's several actions in between all of these things? Or, like, how do I get Ubier to leave?
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobbart. George Stobbart.
Didn't I ask all these questions already? Let's ask this
Tell
one.
me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
You shot her, didn't you?
No! I loved Carol. She meant the world to me.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him.
I
In
swear
fact,
we had
if
these
it wasn't for
conversations.
Kazak, I wouldn't be here.
What?
So
He's
maybe I can
financing
just
my-
click on all these
What do you
and
know about my girl?
I don't know.
She was in...
skip through all of this because we've done
Have you
this.
I've never employed...
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should.
There's so much dialogue.
Can you tell me...
Where did you get...
That's my bit.
How much...
It's not for sale.
Can you, I mean, just, can you really even blame me
Can
for
you identify...
being
Oh, yeah.
bored and
Essential
falling asleep
Supreme there. The
after
Mayans, he was
just going through
convicted.
one
humans,
list here
Men,
of
the steps
conversations?
of the Mayans.
It just goes on and on forever.
Do you see this late?
Give me a puzzle.
Yes.
Give me something to
traced-
do.
do you know where-
The company...
break up this
I have-
dialogue.
I used them beyond that.
Do you know anything...
Of course.
But
What's
we've
your-
already
Oh, it's
done all
cute,
of
but I've
this,
been-
and
I wouldn't
so I
miss-
wonder if I
Does
talk
the...
to him
From me?
again.
Perhaps we should...
The fifth.
Take a look at this. What have you got to say?
Where did you get...
Never mind that.
I left my...
Including...
I trust...
And why more...
That's...
what plot?
I have no...
So we get to this plot thing. If I talk to him again,
I had nothing else to ask.
it says I have nothing else to ask him at the moment. Maybe I didn't trigger something, or maybe the game didn't save it. Suppose we could go talk to the band people and say.
I had nothing else to talk about.
No, there's nothing to talk to them about. I figured maybe they'd confess that he was an agitator or deny it completely. Suppose I could maybe deface the poster and get thrown in jail. Do I want to be thrown in jail?
I had nothing else to talk about.
Seriously.
There was nothing else.
Really?
There was nothing else.
Is there something I'm doing wrong here?
There was nothing.
Or is the game broken? I'm starting to wonder.
There was nothing else.
There's like the cupboard and the explosives and all of that. Unless I'm supposed to give a specific item to the people. I'm talking to Nico.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about it.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and try it. Lipstick on the poster. Desperately trying things now. That didn't work. Alright, Ubier is now gone. So I did have to go into the mining office to get rid of him. That's completely ridiculous. No logic whatsoever to that. Now let's talk to Dwayne. Hopefully this moves the story forward.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
Interesting.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
What a crazy response. So we need a detonator, and we are finally at 41%. The good news is we probably know how to get a detonator. It would be really crazy. Kind of funny, but also totally insane if it turned out the detonator wasn't just in the mining company's cupboard. And we already know about that, so hopefully we'll just be able to walk up here and ask her for a detonator and she'll be able to give it to us without any trouble. What's interesting is Nicole doesn't walk in here with me after the first time.
Hey!
So can't just take it.
Stay out of that cupboard.
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare?
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The General has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the General and his sidekick are there.
So give me the detonator and I'll find a way to get rid of the General.
Hey! Stay out of that cupboard.
I had nothing else to talk about.
So it's not going to be just that simple. A weird experience here where it's the same scenes, the same area, but we're in another step. The game could definitely use a change of location after we had gotten this far, or right about now.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance? Oh, I get it. This is to detonate the truckload of explosives, right?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Catch you later, Pearl. Hey, Nico!
So I guess I need to talk to him. I'm wondering if anybody heard that one of my devices just set off the alarm that its battery is low. But it's not my phone, it must be my tablet way over across the room. I should have muted that.
I'd asked him all I'd wanted to for now.
So we have nothing here.
I wasn't going to try investigate.
Let's talk to Ronaldo again, see if there's anything new.
I had nothing else.
Let's try to talk to Nicole. Her name isn't super long or difficult.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about.
Why didn't... You know, they could have probably saved themselves from this issue if there was several lines in each game at the beginning where she said, "Call me Nico," instead. Or if they just said her name was Nico. I mean, sure, Indy in Indiana Jones isn't his real name, but there's a difference between somebody else changing Indiana Jones's name to Indy and him changing his name. Well, I guess I have several new things I can talk to this guy about, and then maybe I have to talk to everybody else in the village too. This will be boring and long.
Did you see the ship with the condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the
Audio
other side
is so
of the square.
bad on
Might
this
as well
section.
be the other side of the moon. I can't walk. Lost my legs in the explosion at the mine.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, so this is the brother.
What can you tell me about the mining company?
Why didn't
They
they
treated me pretty fair.
fix this audio?
I received compensation for the accident.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
Music albums from the 70s. Let's see. Can't talk to the cell window, can we?
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player.
And see, it would be really, really crazy if I have to talk to any of the characters except for the band, because they don't really play any part in the story.
I had nothing else to talk about.
I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to try every single character.
Go away.
This may be quicker than I thought.
Do you have to spit like that?
See. You think I want to swallow that crap?
What I mean is, it can't be doing your business any good. I'm sure you'd sell a lot more gourds if you didn't.
Nobody ever complained before.
Okay, I can see I'm not getting through.
So she's spitting into a spittoon right here. You'd think maybe you'd have to pick that up or something, but maybe use it somehow. Talk to this woman, talk to this guy, then we'll come back and talk to that man.
Do you recognize this statue?
Por Dios!
Put it away. You will bring bad luck to Quaramonte.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This night hunter
That guy just
god
didn't look like he was gonna help me.
statue. He has way too much backstory. We asked like 5 different people about him, and they each said something different about the character. We're getting some music playing in the background.
Change your mind. You want to buy cabbages after all. How many you want?
Look at
2?
his neck.
3?
None.
Wow.
Don't come crying to me if you die of scurvy.
Why would
He
you
wasn't gonna
draw
be any
somebody
help.
like this? He's doing a 180. And we've got nothing to give the goat. I guess we could give him the biscuits. Maybe he'll figure something else there. You want to eat the can? We'll try every single item on the goat. I have no idea what to do. We're gonna have to ask for another hint immediately. At some point in the original game, this goat must have done something. But as it looks right now, it's not gonna do anything. Maybe it was just a subtle reference to the original game and the goat puzzle. But I don't think so. So we need the detonator. I need the chart to see. I need to see the chart and get it into the prison cells. How do I get rid of the general? Hint 1. Perhaps you can create some kind of distraction. No duh. We're gonna make an explosion happen. Give me a hint 2. In the police station, talk to the general about the chart. We've already done that, but maybe we have to do it again. Go speak to Dwayne. Perhaps he can work together. I think we've already done that. Go to the mining office and talk to Conchita. She may be interested in the chart. We've already done that. Back in the square, out of earshot of the general, talk to Nicole about the chart and go see the general. Alright. Seriously? If that's the case, where is Nicole? She's over here. Let's see if we can talk to her. Now. No.
Could you distract the general while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah. You'd make a great snake charmer. Come on. 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
Harebrained scheme. So we saw there another progression of 5 actions that really have no pathing connecting them at all. Just randomly talk to people back and forth. So is she gonna go talk to the general? Not yet.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear. Anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You
This
hear
is
that,
kinda
Ronaldo?
silly. She
An
is a reporter.
exclusive
She should
glossy
be able
spread
to
about your
deal with
beloved
people like
general.
this.
Si, Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Stobbart.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
Way too many people in green there. Now I just go look at the chart. Well, we finally made some progress.
No, Senor. The general said nobody must see that chart.
He won't
Seriously?
know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, senor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Okay. I'd have to get rid of him.
So we'll get rid of one guy and not the other, and we're now at 42%. This is ridiculous. Completely ridiculous how difficult and how long this is taking to get out of this section. We are at 42%, 3 hours and 15%. I would be really shocked by how little time we've spent in the game if it weren't for the fact that the last 40 minutes to an hour have been walking around the same area talking to the same people over and over again. Let's see. Like, we were in Coromante 2 hours and 27 minutes into the game. And so it has been 50 minutes or so to do just some rough math. And it's probably been even longer than that by a couple of minutes. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to support me further, go to my main YouTube page. On the right, there's a button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.